Last vote, I learned that maybe I'm not playing as great a game as I thought I was playing. I'm not so upset that Rebecca, my partner, got out. Frankly, it allows me to play a more flexible game without her there. Maybe I'm trusting a little too blindly, like I'm acting like playing this hard game, but I don't think I've actually made any like really intense moves, especially since I played a second idol wrong. I mean, if that doesn't reduce my threat level, I don't know what does.
Creepy has kind of become my number one. We kind of bonded over like my partner getting voted out and her partner getting voted out. And so like, whatever. I'm fine with it because I'm down to go to the end with Preeti because I think I can beat her. I had a good chat with Richie today and I told him that if Final Four is me, Krithi, Tim, Richie, I told Richie that I would take him to Final Three, which is a lie. I am not trying to take Richie to Final Three.
I FaceTimed Alex today, and I don't distrust him as much as I did before, but still want him out sooner than later. I think he's going to be a big jury threat. Right now, I think the jury is really in favor of Sky, and I think the jury is really in favor of Alex. So this session, I want first to get out Sky, and then second to get out Alex, and then to be in four with Tim, Krithi, and Meg. Everyone's saying that Meg is the big threat to win, but I honestly feel like, not to be annoying, but I feel like I might be a big threat to get out right now. I literally have my blood partner, Tim, still in this game. I've officially gone this whole game without finding an idol or advantage. Very happy with the game I've played up to this point. I've had a lot of fun in this game.
As much as I'm bitter at Richie for flipping on me, he's been playing a really good game, has pulled a lot of big moves. Tim has always been loyal to me, and so I'm also like, if Krithi doesn't win it, then I hope Tim does. But I like them all. They've all played really good games, but obviously I hope my partner wins.
You can never know in this game, but as far as I know, me, Richie, and Tim are solid as a three. We want to go to the end together. That is my final three, as far as I'm concerned. But now, the past few days, I've been hearing that Alex and Krithi are like back together as a duo, and they are throwing my name out there as one of the votes tonight. Everyone is planning on voting for Sky for the first vote, but I kind of would like to keep Sky around because I think that I could use him as a number, and he trusts me.
Am I alone? Probably. I've dipped my toes into every conversation. Everyone seems to be liking the conversations we're having so far, and that's what makes me nervous. There's been no pushback. Y'all already want me out, whatever. Maybe they'll focus on somebody else like they did last week. I might have some things up my sleeve, but at the moment, we're just vibing.
I'm kind of rooting for Sky. Like,
I forgot
I feel like that's kind of it though. Like, people forget about Sky, and then like he is clearly still there when we're all here. And yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for Sky. We'll see what happens. He was kind of always the next to go on our team, and so the fact that he's
still there.
I feel like either Sky's playing such a like galaxy brain game that none of us have been, caught onto it the entire time, or he has like found himself in a position where he's like now going really hard. I was really excited to see him like go balls to the wall at the last tribal, and I feel like if he can keep that energy going, he might be enough of like a chaos agent to throw off the Malibu contingent. There's a lot of people playing safe. I feel like Alex has kind of been playing a little bit safe. I feel like Tim and Richie have maybe been resting on their laurels a little bit.
This is my 5th time playing, and I've placed 6th, 5th, 4th, and I got voted out 3rd last time, but we don't have to remember that one. But I haven't quite figured out how to navigate this part of the game quite yet. So definitely coming in quite hesitant a little bit, in that I was just blindsided at the last vote by my brother and half of the people that I'm supposed to be working with, actually all the people that I'm supposed to be working with in this next vote. This game is stressing me out. Like I like having fun, having a great time, but I'm so ready for it to end on Thursday because I am losing sleep over it.
All right, everybody, let's get started with the challenge. Just spoke with the jury. You know, they're furious and they hate you all so much. So for this challenge, I have gathered 10 different photos from Google Street View of different locations from around the world. I'm going to show these photos one at a time. When I show the photo, I'll say, which country do you think this photo was taken in? You're all going to privately message me on Zoom your answer, and whoever is the closest will get a point. Or if multiple people guess the correct country. Person with the most points after 10 photos, or the first person to reach 3 points. Don't think too hard. There aren't really clues in the photo as to like, oh, this is definitely Venezuela. You know, if we don't have any more questions, we'll get started with it. All right, and I'll scroll a little bit. I'll give you a little bit of time. I added a whole ton of tabs so you can't see where this is in the tabs. So don't even try. Don't even try to big brain it. All right, let's see. Damn, y'all, is this a famous place? Oh, Megan gets a point. Sky gets a point. Krithy gets a point.
Oh my God.
And that's it. It's Canada. To the people who said Canada, did you know this place? Is this famous?
I guessed that it's Niagara Falls, so it was either the US or Canada, and I figured it would be Canada if it were one of
Nice.
those two.
The trees were giving Canada.
Interesting.
It was the trees for me too.
Canada realness on the trees. All right, cool. All right, let's move on to the second one. And Megan gets another point with this one. Not quite right. This is Madagascar. Meg, you said South Africa. You were closest. All right, Megan with 2 points. Megan, if you get another point, you win immunity. All right, where are we now? Great. And Richie gets a point here for saying Greenland. Richie, you are correct. This is Greenland. Can't you tell? Richie can. All right. Let's move on to the next one. Answers, please. Krithy gets a point here for saying Spain. Krithy, you are correct. I'm going to give this one to Alex and Krithy for saying Cambodia. Krithy, that means you win immunity. The real location is Vietnam. Congratulations, Krithy. How do you feel?
Thank you. I feel great. I was just saying to people earlier that it's kind of rough being shitty at challenges. So I'm really excited that I finally won one, just like for me and my personal achievement.
Yeah, congratulations. Congratulations. Must feel good.
Is
All
that-
right, everyone. Please welcome back Parker, Rachel, Julian, and Rebecca voted out at the last tribal council. All right, we were just discussing Krithy won immunity during this challenge. Congratulations, Krithy. Would you like to reiterate what you were saying about your idols?
Yeah, so I was saying that today, going into today, it was actually my first day not being protected by like having an idol, because I played both of mine kind of incorrectly. It's still that extra layer of comfort that I've been having the past few rounds, knowing that like I have a safety net.
Mm-hmm. Sky, from my perception throughout this game, it's been pretty much everybody versus you. You got by last game through the skin of your teeth. How do you feel in this vote right now?
As always, like I have no idea how to feel. So like there's the devil on my shoulder that's like, you know, girl, don't think too much about it because it's not up to you anyways. And then there's the hot, sexy devil that's sitting next to them that's like raise hell. And then on the
Yeah.
other side, I'm like, the angels, and I don't listen to them very often,
Yeah.
but there's multiple channels.
Sure.
There's multiple channels, yeah.
It's a little interesting that you say that it's like you don't have a choice. Like that's what the devil is saying to you. Does it really feel that way? I mean, you have a whole vote. That's 1 out of 6.
The issue with that is my power has to sort of sway with the wind, and I'm sort of at the mercy of, if I can
Sure.
find the wave people are going towards.
Yeah.
So if I can't identify that specifically, like the past couple rounds, it's like, what path do I go to make
Yeah.
sure that I'm being strategic about it?
Sure. Tim, if there were, at least in my opinion, if there were a gust of wind that were stronger on this tribe, it might be you and Richie, since you two are the only 2 partners left in the game. Would it be fair to consider you two aligned in your thinking and like driving the vote?
Yeah, but then when you take into consideration the last tribal council where he fully blindsided and backstabbed me, that played a huge factor in how he came into this round. So yeah, he's my partner, but at this point, if my partner coming into this game is gonna lie to me and backstab me, I don't put it past anybody else. So like, I hope my gust of wind is the strongest, but ooh, it's hurricane season.
For sure. Richie, do you believe, Tim, that like a part of the trust has been permanently broken since you had to betray him, apparently?
Yeah, I feel like there definitely kind of has been a shift in our game relationship after the last tribal council, but I had reasons that I did what I did. I told Tim those reasons after the fact, and I can hope that he hears me out and understands my perspective.
Alex, how fluid are the relationships right now? Have things been set in stone since the beginning, or have people been betraying, forgiving, fighting, breaking up, and kissing and making up throughout the game?
People have definitely been kissing and making
Okay,
up.
that's good to know.
No, yeah, I would think they're pretty fluid at this point in the game. Like, it feels like almost a new phase of like, now people are thinking towards the end of the game. Like, first it was, how do I make it to merge? Then it was, how am I going to make it through the next couple rounds? And now it's like, who am I going to be sitting next to in the final 3? And now like immunity, I feel like, is so much more powerful and can really affect people's relationships. Like, very happy for Creethy, sad that I couldn't pull it out, maybe the worst challenge person this season, but we're not counting it out. Good for you, Creethy. And yeah, I think relationships definitely can be fluid.
For sure. Megan, talking about challenges, can you remind me how many challenges you've won?
I have won 2.
Okay. I would consider you a minor challenge beast then, in my opinion. Does that make you extremely nervous now that you don't have immunity?
It definitely does make me a little bit nervous. Like, there is a sense of security that you feel when you have immunity. Because it definitely is like, there is a level of anxiety that's added not being immune tonight.
Sure. If I may, and listen, I'll give you the choice to speak or not, and maybe I'll get a deafening silence after this, but I would like to address the Malibu Barbies. Would it be safe to say that y'all are gonna stick it out till the final 4? Because it seems like you've been tight throughout this whole game. Fair enough.
I can
All right.
speak.
Go ahead.
We still have our group chat from our tribe, and we're still like joking around in it, like, oh, I24 vibes, like we're killing it. But relationships are still fluid. Sorry if I shouldn't have said that, y'all.
No, if I can add on too, I think like whatever does happen, like the 4 of us have built like friendships too, like not just like, obviously there's gameplay, but we just genuinely get along as people too. So that's been like a big part of our dynamic.
Yeah, and I will say, like, I think not only is there gameplay, but I think, let me know if I'm speaking for myself, but I think we respect each other's gameplay a lot. And even when it's moves that I think, like last week with the vote out, like that didn't really make me feel differently, like in terms of my personal connection with any of the barbs, just because I feel like we've built a friendship and a connection that will honestly leave this game and continue. So
I don't know if I have anything to add, but
But you are the
Agreed.
fourth Malibu Barbie.
yeah, I want to be the only one who didn't say anything. You know,
Fair enough, fair enough. Thank you for speaking up. For those of you who did, I really appreciate that. Just curious. All right, we'll see who the next person voted out is, who will become our fifth jury member. Will it be a Malibu Barbie or a Timmy Sanguini? We don't know, but we do know it won't be Creethy.
I'm voting for Sky. Hopefully this time it will stick. So sorry, Sky, you're great, but it's time to go.
I did not want to do this, but I'm doing this to save my own game in the long run.
All right, so short and sweet. I'm voting for Tim.
So I think Sky's voting for me. Other people might be too. Nothing has spoken to me more at Tribal Council than what Sky was saying about just like at this point, like if they want to vote for me, they can vote for me.
I'm nervous for myself. I probably shouldn't be saying that out loud, putting that out into the universe, but everyone has already voted, so I can't do anything about it now.
All right, everyone, the votes are in. I will read the votes, but if anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay. I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final, and the person voted out will be asked to leave the Zoom call immediately. First vote, Sky. Second vote, Sky. Third vote, Tim. The fifth member of our jury, Sky. Sky, I'm so sorry. You need to leave the Zoom call.
So they finally got me. Say I've been sort of ready for this for the past 4 weeks now. I knew I wasn't gonna win at this point, but I was at least having fun seeing how long they would let me take it, because I was fighting towards the end, and that was a really fun experience to be had.